Hi everyone, my name is Maki Mannami. I'm a singer, music composer, sound designer, piano instructor, and voice trainer. Today I would like to share the things that you need to know before you start online lessons. This video will be helpful for not only teachers and students who are starting online lessons, but also people who would like to improve their online conference and internet connection. Because I've been doing online lessons for more than 12 years now. I've been away from my country, so I've been teaching students in Japan, that's where I'm from, and also people all over the world. So there are things that I've learned about online lessons, and also there are things that I failed. So it will be helpful for all the people who are trying to do online lessons or improving their internet connection. So first thing that you need to do is internet speed test. It's really easy. Just Google internet speed test, and then a lot of different websites come up on Google or whatever, so you can pick one of the website and then go there and then just click the start button, and then you will see the actual numbers that you're using right now, because the speed that you have in your plan with your provider doesn't mean the actual speed that you receive at home. So for example, the speed that I have at my place in my plan with my provider is 100 megabits, but the actual speed that I receive is only 40 megabits. But I would say if I have 40 megabits, that's really enough for doing online lessons. But if you have less than that, maybe you want to talk to your provider and change your plan. It might be okay with like 20 or 30 megabits, but I can't really say the actual speed. Even if you have stable internet, if you're using the old computer, then or like low spec computer, then connection might be a little bit unstable because your computer is so slow. And so if you're using something like Windows 97 or something, then let's forget about it and you have to buy the newer computer. And also, even if you have the high-speed internet, if the person who you are talking to have bad internet connection, that will be, of course, a problem too. But if you have the very high-speed internet, then I would say even if the person who you are talking to have like a little lower speed internet, I would say it might be okay. So depending on the situation, and also like when you're doing online lessons, you open up a lot of different softwares, not only the video chat software. So you might open up the Word file or music software. So that will be too much pressure for your computer. So again, when your computer becomes slow, then the connection might be unstable too. And I think it might sound ridiculous for some people, because I think a lot of people believe that you have the fast internet and have no problem watching online streaming videos and YouTube and that kind of stuff. But actually, even if you can watch YouTube video and Netflix with no problem, it's only downloading the video, and they have pretty good system to compress all the data. So even if you can watch those videos non-stop, that doesn't mean that you have high-speed internet. So I had one student before who insisted that she had high-speed internet, but during our lesson, our video was so unstable and the sound was so choppy. So I asked her to do internet speed test, and the result was she had only 3 megabits. And can you believe how slow it is? Because nowadays the fastest plan is like 100 megabits, and what she had was only 3 megabits. So, and she told me that she thought she had a high-speed internet because she can, watch those online streaming videos. When you're doing online video call, you have to download the video from the person who you are calling to. But also you need to upload your video to the person who you are calling to. So both downloading and uploading speed have to be very fast, right? And next thing, I know a lot of people nowadays use Wi-Fi, not LAN cable anymore, but trust me, LAN cable is the best for stable internet connection. I think analog is always the best, So if you have LAN cable, please use the one. Immediately switch from Wi-Fi to LAN cable, and that's the best. But nowadays I know that a lot of notebook computer, like the one that I have here, it's so thin, so it doesn't even have connection for LAN cable. But if that's the case, you can actually purchase the thing like the USB thing that has a LAN cable connection. Let me show you the one that I have. So this is the thing, I guess it's called like USB LAN cable adapter or something. So you can actually plug in LAN cable here and then connect the USB to your computer so you're ready to use LAN cable. So you can purchase that if you're willing to use LAN cable. And if the LAN cable that you have is very long, I recommend that you should buy the shorter one because if there's long distance from your modem to your computer, that could be the reason of unstable internet. So make sure that you use the shorter LAN cable. But if you don't want to purchase the new one and if you want to keep using the existing one that you have, then please do not tie it up with strings or elastic band because if it's too long, because probably you've heard of some kind of news that like someone used AC adapter and then the cable is too long and then they tied up with the string and elastic band and then the fire occurs and stuff like that. And also like audio cable, like if you have the long one but if you tied up, that could be the cause of the noise. So if you have the long LAN cable, please do not tie it up, just drop it on the floor and let it be as it is. If you still want to use Wi-Fi instead of a LAN cable, you need to consider the distance from your Wi-Fi modem to your computer, because if there's long distance again from your modem to computer, that would be the problem for stable connection. So make sure that you move your computer closer to your modem. So let's say if your computer is in your bedroom and if your modem is in the living room and if it's kind of far, then that might be a little bit destructive. And if your modem is on the first floor and if you're using your computer on the second floor, that could be the worst case. So probably you can purchase the long LAN cable. I mean, I said long LAN cable wouldn't be great, but like it's better than using Wi-Fi with that distance. So maybe you can purchase long LAN cable, or you can purchase a thing called a booster. So a booster will pick up the signal from your Wi-Fi modem and it will boost the signal so it can reach to your computer. Okay, so the next thing. So when you're using Wi-Fi, I know a lot of people don't know about this, but you need to make sure where exactly you place your Wi-Fi modem. So if your Wi-Fi modem is on the floor, I know a lot of people do that, but if you put Wi-Fi modem on the floor, the connection will be very destructive too, even if your computer is very close to the modem. So I had one student before who had a newer computer and who had the best, highest internet speed, and he was also taking lessons very close to his modem, but the sound was very choppy and also his video was not that stable. So I asked him to make sure where exactly his modem was. So actually his modem was placed on the floor. So I asked him to place his modem on the desk, the height of his computer. And right after that, the connection got so much better. So if you find your modem on the floor, please make sure to place it on the desk or, the shelf, the same height of your computer. And even after you try all these things, like change your plan to the higher speed internet and then use LAN cable or booster or shorter, LAN cable, and then place your modem on the desk. And sometimes, it can be destructive. And in that case, you can just reboot the Wi-Fi modem, but not only the Wi-Fi modem, you probably have like two modems, right? Like one for Wi-Fi and the other one is for the telephone line, I guess. And so just make sure to reboot both of the modems and also your computer too. And after that, your internet connection can be improved. And you can do that when your internet connection is completely stopped. So you can do this, you can reboot before you call your provider and then the problem can be fixed. And sometimes if you live somewhere kind of like inconvenient place, like up on the mountain or countryside, you might have limited internet plan. So internet can be kind of destructive. In that case, sometimes your connection can be improved if you use a smartphone and then just use the mobile phone data. In general, internet connection is better than mobile connection, but depending on where you live, if you live in a country where you have great mobile data connection, then you can maybe switch to your smartphone. It doesn't have to be smartphone. Maybe you can use iPad or any like a tablet. And one thing you need to be aware is the plan that you have with your mobile data, because I know that in the States where I live now, and also in Japan too, like we have unlimited internet plan with our mobile phone. But if we use too much internet, then all of a sudden internet gets very slow. So you probably need to talk to your phone company and make sure what kind of plan you exactly have. So if you have that kind of plan, like you can use only certain amount of internet, and then after that you can still use, but you only get slow connection, then you don't want to do that every time you take lessons, because what you're doing is actually you keep downloading the video from the person who you are talking to. So probably you want to use the internet, and then when it gets unstable, for example, like when you have typhoon and stuff like that, then if you have like low speed internet, it can get destructive. So maybe you can use smartphone as alternative in that case. Okay, so today I talked about internet speed test using LAN cable, and if you're using Wi-Fi modem, make sure the distance, and also don't place your modem on the floor if you're using Wi-Fi, and also rebooting, if your connection is still destructive, and also switch to smartphone if you have bad internet connection. So the next video will be the most frequent question I get: what kind of software is recommended for online lessons? So if you would like to watch that, please subscribe my channel. And in the future, I would also like to upload my voice training technique, and also my piano learning technique, and also like my sing and play performance and stuff like that. If you found this video was helpful for you, please click the like button, and please share this video to your friends, especially musicians and teachers who might lost their job during this quarantine. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.